What's going on? This is the Super Skom Show, episode 2.
Yeah,
Doom, 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 doom.
I
Got my co-host with me, Skom Brady.
get get into more shit. You already know. We out here.
All right, before we dive into it with our guest, make sure you follow us on all our socials, the Super Scom Show. If you're
Please.
watching on Twitch and you want unlimited, no commercial, no advertisements, make sure you hit that sub. We're live on Kick. We're live on YouTube. Make sure you go sub to all that, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's get into it with our guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Give us a who, what, when, where, and why.
What's up, guys? My name is hashtag Mo. I'm from Lowell, Massachusetts. What I do currently is I'm a DJ. I love the music space. I was actually a manager of DJs prior to this, and I used to just manage in general. Why I do this is because I love it. And what was the other question? Who, what, when, where?
Who, what? So when did you start DJing?
When did I start DJing? That's a great question. When I started DJing was, I want to say, during the pandemic. I actually started on my phone. I had surgery on my wrist, and from the surgery on my wrist, I was in a hospital for 3 weeks. And to pass the time, I downloaded an app, and from there, I'm not even gonna lie, it took me to where I'm at now. I can't even explain the roller coaster that one app and that 3 weeks did for my whole life right now. It literally changed my whole life.
All right, Scum, you want to hit him with our first question?
Yeah. I was about to say that's perfect because I was gonna ask you, what influenced you to DJ, like to be a DJ?
Superstar, uh,
Where,
Triple, um, my nephew, all the DJs that I managed was my biggest influence. I think if I didn't have that experience managing DJs and being
right,
able to experience what they experienced just on the other
right.
side,
Mm-hmm.
I would have never, it wouldn't even be a question. So if it wasn't for them and them giving me an opportunity to manage them and being able
Right.
to pretty much be in their world, I would never
Mm-hmm.
be in this world right now at all. So I give it to them.
That's fire. I'll see you, Super. Besides everybody
Um,
you named too. Word, that's fire.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so tell us how you went from DJing on your phone to a full setup.
So I honestly never wanted to leave DJing my phone. The only reason is because of the fact that on the DJ app you can't use SRTs, SZ2s, and the main controllers that the clubs use or wherever these locations are for the most part that are using the 1000s, the SRTs and stuff like that. So I ended up getting booked in New York, and I knew that New York was using an SZ2, so I literally just bought an Xbox, bought a laptop just for that one booking, and
Yeah.
I ended up deleting all my music from my phone in the process. So I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
Oh
so now
shit.
I'm quite literally just stuck with the laptop I just got a new phone. I literally just upgraded to the 16 Pro Max, so like once I get that back on, then I should be back on my phone. But I literally deleted all my music, so
Damn.
it was an accident. It was God in a sense.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
It was very nuts. Yeah.
All
So
right.
like, previously you said that you used to manage DJs. So what got you into that? Like, what made you want to manage even?
To be completely honest, I was in a depression, and I needed to just get out of depression. And what I did was go to the club one day, because I realized that the only way to get out of a depression was to do something super out of the box to just get out
Right.
of my comfortable zone. So I went to the
Right.
club, and I didn't meet, but I pretty much reunited with a neighbor of mine who was DJing, and then from there, me and him just had a conversation. I told him what was going on. He told me what he was going through,
Yeah.
and from that one conversation, from me just trying to get out of my depression, started this whole life. To be completely honest, so I would say that the reason why I'm here is because I just wanted to get out of a depression. I was like super depressed, and from there I've been on this like crazy roller coaster ride in the nightlife.
Yo, that's crazy story. That's wow. That's dope. That's
It's
hella
real.
positive. That's fire. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
All right, talk to us about your arm injury and how you managed to get through that while DJing, the adversity.
Yeah, when I was 22, I was living in Maine. I was living on a beach in Maine, and I just a tumor grew on my wrist. It was the most random thing. I thought it was a bruise for like a week, and then the bruise just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then one day I woke up and I couldn't move my arm, like just quite literally could not move my arm. So I had to literally go to the hospital. And from there, they told me that I had a tumor in my wrist. The tumor was called a giant cell tumor, which grows in like a one in every million people. I had that tumor grow in my wrist 4 times.
What?
Yeah, 4 times it happened. So from when I was 22 till I was like 26 or 27, I had a few surgeries. My last surgery was 2 years ago, where they had to literally take my whole wrist out of my hand completely, meat, veins, tendons, bones, everything, and then they had to replace my whole wrist. So I've been dealing with that for about almost 10 years now. And to be completely honest, that's the reason why it was so easy to DJ on my phone because I didn't have to necessarily need like a whole setup or whatever it is. It was just
Yeah.
almost like playing a video game on my phone. The only thing is that I was just crazy enough to plug into a loud speaker or PA speaker in a club or at a bar and face 100 people and them face me while I was just looking at my phone. So now it is definitely very difficult to move around. My hand hurts every single day. But I think the weed smoke helps me forget about the pain. And then if shit, when we're in the club and that energy in the bars or wherever we're at, that energy when you're entertaining, I
Yeah.
mean, you just forget about everything, man. So I guess that my arm is the story on my arm and like what I'm going through on a daily basis deserves its own story. To be completely honest, I wouldn't even have enough time to talk about all the shit that I've been through. So many countless surgeries and just so many things, man.
All right,
I'm
Scott,
glad
you
you
want to hit him
doing
with
it.
the next question?
What is that? My
You
bad.
want to hit him with the next question?
Yeah, yeah. So, during your whole like DJing journey, have you studied any greats? Like any like dope DJs? Like I don't know, Supah and all that, but like like the OGs in the game. Like,
One of my biggest things that I do every single day is I like to watch a lot of podcasts.
hmm
So within my last like 3 or 4 year journey, I just been watching a lot of videos.
right.
Now, do I like sit there and watch people DJ? I do sometimes.
hmm
I'm more of like to listen to their stories. Like to listen to what they used to do.
Right.
Some of the technicalities that they talk about.
Right.
When I really want to lock in, I do definitely go on YouTube and figure out how to do scratches and stuff like that because I do feel like I'm still fairly brand new. If
Right.
anybody asks me about DJ, to be completely honest, I'll tell them that I'm in the beginning stage. I'm like in a sponge stage, and
Right.
I think that's what's propelled me this far is the fact that I don't go into these bars, I don't go into any of these places and I don't use my managing experience as like as tenure as a DJ. I
Right.
literally take this as a day one. I've gone to countless places and just pulled up on DJs just to DJ for free,
Right.
to make sure that I'm getting exposure, to make sure that I'm putting myself in game time situations instead of just sitting here practicing every single day and waiting for a booking. I put myself in positions to be in a game time situation. And I
Yeah.
think that's where the respect comes from me is not necessarily just sitting here and
hmm
watching and studying DJs, but going out and being next to them
Right.
and putting in that work with all the DJs that are local in this area.
Oh yeah, putting in that groundwork. Oh, for
For
sure.
sure, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm like a sponge when it comes to this shit, man. I don't take it like if I've been doing this for years. I'm 31 years old, and if I was to pretend like I knew everything, then I'd feel like an old head. To
Nah,
be
for sure.
completely honest, like
But that's what's gonna set you apart, though. You feel me? And that's what's gonna contribute to your success. You know what I mean? By putting in the groundwork and by doing your thing. That's fire. Sure.
Facts. Thank you so much for the bits. We're getting some bits on Twitch. Shout out to everybody watching. Have you? Have you worked with any OG DJs, and if so, how was the experience? And OGs can be whoever you consider to be an OG, really.
My process, I have worked with a couple. Like, I want to say the only OG DJ I would say would probably be like, there's two of them would be probably like Sammy Smooth and Foreign from Jammin' 94.5 when I was first starting off on my phone. Like literally, quite literally, like on my phone, no controller
Yeah.
or anything like that. Since I've been on a controller and since I've been on this journey the last year, becoming a full-time DJ, I don't think I've worked with an OG. I've worked with DJs that have been doing it for a while around here, but I wouldn't consider them OGs because they're still killing it. They really are, yeah. So I wouldn't say any OGs. I definitely worked with some people that have been in the game for a while.
I'm gonna just throw this random question out there. Who would you want to work
I want to work with everybody, honestly. I think
with?
I'm like I love DJing. I love music. I love like anything that has to do with music. I love anything that has to do with having a good time. So I don't necessarily have a list of who I want to DJ with,
Right.
but I definitely am open to DJing with everybody because of just the experience, definitely the experience and the camaraderie. I love there's the DJ community is insane, man. I'm telling you, there's not much like there is some type of I would say like cutthroatness when it comes to
Crab in a bucket
yeah,
mentality.
when it comes to something like that. But the love that I've received from the DJs, even when I'm meeting them for the first time, and because we all follow each other, because we all see each other on flyers, there's a common respect for just being a DJ. Just because if you just see them on a flyer somewhere or whatever it is, or if they've DJ'd at the spot that you're DJing at or have DJ'd at, there's that respect. And to be completely honest, the support that a lot of DJs do give each other is kind of crazy. I mean, you can call a DJ for some speakers, for a controller, for music, and especially in this area, I don't necessarily know like too deep in like any other places, but for the most part, for the 978 area and for some of Boston, like the DJ community is just so cohesive, um, that I'm like super comfortable and super happy to be a part of the family and still growing in that family.
That's dope because I would think it'd be the opposite because like competition wise, you know what I mean. But that's dope. That's fire.
I think the biggest thing is being able to jump into a lane and necessarily create your own lane. I started off a phone, and not a single person was doing it. Not a
Yeah.
single person was doing it. Every time somebody looked at me when I was in a bar or in a club and I was hooking up, people looked at me like I was fucking crazy, man. Like really crazy. And it worked to my advantage. There's been multiple times where I've walked into a location not booked and the music has failed and I was able to literally save the day in some of these places. No lie, and those moments right there changed and propelled me to where I'm at now. Even if I'm not using my phone, those moments right there when I walk into those places, they remember me for what I did, and they literally look at me like that phone DJ. They're like, "That's that nigga that was on his phone." Crazy ass nigga that was in here, DJ on his phone.
Killed it. Killed it.
Like,
That's fire. It's fire. You
mhm.
left an impression for sure.
A huge impression, and I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. Is the reason why I feel like it's so important for me to get back to being on my phone is because so many people could relate to me because everybody's on their phone every single day. So the fact that I'm able to do something with technology that they use every single day, but they've never seen it.
Yeah.
It was definitely something where a lot of people would come up to me and talk to me and interact with me.
All right, let me ask the next question. What's the dopest DJ set you've ever seen, or who spun the dopest DJ set you've ever seen?
Good question.
Oh, okay. I'm like, can you hear me?
Nah, I
Yeah,
had to think.
you freaking
I had to really think about it because I
yeah.
feel like this was just recently. I recently um I'm trying to
Or
think of
like, who spun a set that inspired you?
that
Right.
I'm trying to think about because I was recently out and I want to say I'll say this. I was recently out in in that New York booking And right before I had to close on New York, the DJ in New York was there, and I think what inspired me about that moment is that what he played was, I'm not even lying, from Dembo all the way to Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 miles in an hour in like an hour and a half, 2 hour set. He went from Dembo, from the newest Dembo, all the way to playing Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 miles. And I think
That's
what inspired me is because I'm coming from Lowell, from
yeah,
Massachusetts, going to New York, going to the Bronx, and
yeah.
DJing my first out of state booking, and
Whew.
I'm high key. I'm nervous. I'm in the club. I'm in the
Yeah,
spot for the first time, and I'm
yeah.
over here. I have to close the spot. It is
Oh,
2:30 in the morning, and I
got
have to close to
clothes.
4. And I'm over here thinking about what I'm gonna play. And the
Yeah.
second that I hear this man play 1,000 miles, I hear him play um, Blink 182. I hear him like play this
Mhm,
type of music,
mhm.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hear
yeah.
every single person in this function scream
Robin.
these
Yeah, yeah,
songs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh my, yo, this is over. And I think that was the biggest thing. I forgot his name.
Oh, damn.
I'd have to look back and see his name.
Yeah,
I'll always remember that, even if it was just recently. But I always remember that because I remember looking at the other DJ that I was with, DJ Bino. I remember
yeah.
looking at him and I was just like, I'm gonna go crazy right now because of the fact that I'm hearing him play this music and they're literally vibing to this music. So if they vibe to this, there's
Yeah,
not a
you were like, yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm not
Real.
gonna play a bad song. I promise you. There's not a bad song I'm gonna play. Not a bad song I'm gonna play. So it was
I
really
got a question, right? Do you consider like DJs who know how to like who don't know how to scratch and or blend a real DJ? Because I've been
I
hearing
hate
that
this
little.
question.
Yeah, hey,
Me
I was
personally,
probably
I hate
listening.
this
I want
question.
to know.
I mean, I don't know. I think I think that there's some technicalities that you need to know to become to be known as a DJ.
Right.
When I was on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is a perfect way to answer this question. When I was DJing on my phone, I didn't consider myself a DJ. I just considered myself hashtag Mo because I wasn't doing the things that DJs were doing on controllers, the scratching and stuff like that. I was just a master blender and I was a master song choice. Like I knew the perfect song for the perfect moment every single time. I knew how to blend the songs in. The DJ app was integrating stems, so I was able to use stems, which was helping me with my blends. But when it
Mm-hmm.
came to scratching, when it came to some of that other stuff that you're able to do on a controller, it didn't make me feel like I was a DJ. So when people were like, "Oh, what's your DJ name?" I would say, "Just say Mo," because I'm not a DJ. I'm just using my phone.
It's hard. Yeah.
So when it comes to your question, I do believe that you do need to have scratching, you need to have blending, you need to have the song choice ability. You need to
Right.
have all this stuff to be considered a DJ, not just a controller. Because if you do have just a controller, you have a laptop. Um, I mean, anybody can just play music.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody can play music.
Yeah. That's good. What you got for Super?
All right. I think I know the answer to this, but do you think EDM is the biggest genre for DJs right now? And if not, what genre is?
I think house music is the best genre for the nightlife. I don't think it's the biggest genre. I think it's the best genre because of the fact that it's a high BPM and the fact that it gets people going. If anybody knows anything about like DJing, high BPMs when people are drinking makes people want to drink more. It's like something
Yeah.
that's in the brain that chemically makes them
Yeah.
enjoy themselves more. So when
Right.
it comes to house music, because the BPMs are so high, it is widely used. But what I experience in this area, it definitely is like hip hop and Spanish music, especially dembow. Like dembow right now is
That's what I
Hard.
thought you were gonna say.
Hard.
which
Hard.
dembow is Spanish house music in a sense.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
although I do love Latin house, like Latin house is a great genre that's upcoming, which is like almost like a fusion of Afro house in a sense,
Mhm.
just Latin people singing.
Yeah. All
But
right.
I mean. I've been getting into house music a lot lately. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like
I think it's hard.
some of the edits and stuff like that that I've been finding, and some
Mm.
of the songs that are coming out that are like I said, Latin house, Afro house, Brazilian funk, all these
I
type
think
of
it's
kind
the
of
style.
infused.
Mhm.
These yeah, those types of that type of music goes crazy, especially towards the end of the night when people are literally
Yeah,
yeah no.
wasted. For sure.
Bobby that eat, Bobby favela. Yo, I love
Oh my god.
God, like stuff like that goes crazy. Yeah,
All
huge
right.
fan.
Going back to technicality. Oh, you want to ask this question? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I think you already kind of answered it for
Okay.
this part. So,
All right.
but should I? Nah, oh, you could ask.
Um, a DJ that only knows how to push buttons, frowned upon in the DJ community, like tour DJs and stuff like that. Like,
Do you consider those like again a real DJ to you?
I'm not. I don't. I'm not even really sure because, like, to be completely honest, I'm just
Mhm.
so. I'm so new in this world that I don't. I don't know what a DJ can or cannot do, and I know that the older the DJ gets, the more wiser they are. So they don't necessarily they're not necessarily trying to showcase all those technicalities, especially if they know that they can make this party a great party without having to necessarily do all the scratching and all of
Yeah,
that stuff. You know what I mean? Some DJs has been they've been here for so long that they know that the music choice alone can get them through this party and everybody's gonna have a good time. Now, if they know they're in the clubs, like when I'm in New Hampshire, I know that I'm DJing differently. Like if I'm in Lowell, and if I have the opportunity to DJ in Lawrence, I know that I'm gonna have to take a different step. When I went to New York, I knew that I had to step it up even more because it's a different. It's just different. They expect different types of DJs, the technicality, the scratching, the blending, the talking on the mic, the MCing. There's so many different things that you're gonna have to do in different markets, and you have to understand your market and when to do it, and the type of party that you're doing. Am I doing a Am I doing like a bar or a lounge? I don't need to necessarily go crazy in a lounge. You know what I mean? Because lounges, you know what I mean? You're gonna turn up, but you're not necessarily turning up crazy. At a
right.
club, I need to make sure that the BPMs are high. I need to make sure that everybody's entertained. I need to make sure that I'm emceeing. At a bar, depending on what kind of bar it is, I mean, you can get away with a little bit of both. You don't have to necessarily do too much talking on the mic. All you gotta do is just play the right music, but you still need to entertain these people
Right.
and make sure that they're drinking and stuff like that. So it really depends. And when it comes to tour DJs, I do feel like tour DJs have gotten to the point where they're like upper echelon. They understand they've already done everything, and
Yeah.
this is their you know what I mean? Like when you become a manager, when you're starting out Market Basket, you start off with the produce and you do all this other stuff.
Right.
And then when you get older and you're working at Market Basket, you become a red jacket, then you
Right.
become more
Right.
and stuff like that. So it's just like
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know what I mean? You start to
Yeah.
do less the older that you become because you know you're wiser.
Yeah. For
So a
sure.
tour DJ is just a wiser DJ who doesn't have to necessarily do all the beginner stuff like the clubs and the bars.
Sure. Sure. So, have you ever worked with coalition DJs?
I don't even know what that means.
What? It's like a DJ community, right? Super, I would say.
yeah, it's
In
kind of like
Philly.
a DJ group. Like,
Yeah. They're in like every state.
Oh, like I understand what you're saying. No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think. I mean, I feel like there is some unspoken ones,
Yeah. Right.
when it comes, but I don't. I've never
Yeah.
worked.
you've worked with DJ Cisco. He's part of a DJ coalition.
I have worked with DJ Cisco, but when I worked with Cisco, it wasn't it was purely opportunity, honestly, and I'm super proud and I'm super appreciative of his opportunity to want to highlight the fact that I use my phone, and that's where that opportunity came from. Is that he seen me on my phone, he thought I was super dope for doing it, and he wanted to give me an opportunity at Elixir. Um, I hope I do get another opportunity with him. My nephew is part of his DJ coalition when it comes to Team BRK. But for me, I don't think I'll ever. I don't want to say I don't think I'll ever. I don't see myself actually joining one.
Hmm.
I just don't. I don't see myself joining one. I don't know why. I just
Then
don't
tell
see.
them why, Mo. Tell them why. Tell them why.
I, it really does come down to the opportunity and who it is. And I don't see myself working. I don't see myself saying that I'm team this, unless I've spent a lot of time with that team. And
Wrong answer.
that's how I feel. Like I just feel like I put a lot of work in myself, and
Yes,
if a team
exactly.
but if a team does appreciate it, that's where the difference is. Because if somebody is appreciative of what you're doing and they want to join to your team, if they want to make you a Shadyville, if they want to make you a team BRK, if they want to make you a team fucking heavy hitters, those are almost like an accolade to be able to be a part of some of these coalitions and stuff like that. But for me, I just, you know what I mean? I'm a phone DJ in my heart. On God, in my heart, I'm a phone DJ. So if anybody ever adds me to the team, it's because they understand that I go crazy on my phone, and I just happen to be on a laptop right now.
Let's hold on, Super. Go ahead.
You don't need a coalition because you do it all yourself. You manage yourself, you book
Right.
yourself, you DJ yourself, you collect your money yourself. So you don't really need to rely on that. Yeah, like you said, it's like an accolade, but you don't need it.
Facts.
That was the answer I was looking for. You're being a little too humble for me.
Not to, yeah, to say I don't need it would be kind of crazy because you just never know what you need. And once again, I've seen this world from both lenses. I've seen it from the managing lens, and I'm now seeing it from the actual DJ lens. And this shit is kind of hard. It's hard to maintain every single day. I mean, shit, it's hard. It really is hard. It's a scary thing. Um, to be able to grind every single day and to make your own money, especially being a DJ, and to rely on the nightlife, to rely on making sure people go out, to rely on to bet on yourself, to make sure that you're lit enough for people to continue to join these parties and to be able to make these businesses money so those businesses can pay you, and then literally do that every single week. It's a grind, honestly. It's a huge grind, yeah.
Facts. Do you want to take a second to light your joint?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know you're chatting, so we'll
All
give
right.
you we'll
So
give you a
now,
minute to
hold
fill your
on.
cup.
While he's sparking, so now, what do you really feel about the coalition DJs? Like, how you really feel about it, Super? Like, what do
Um,
you think? Like, do you think it's just like basically you're just using the name or the title?
Absolutely, of
Okay,
course.
all right. That's what I thought, but I'm not in it, so I don't know. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
but for me, it's a little different. Like,
Hmm.
before I ever had managing me, I didn't have a manager. I was booking myself.
Right.
So I was like booking myself, getting myself there, setting myself up, carrying my heavy ass fucking turntables by myself, my big ass speakers by
Good.
myself,
Good.
DJing the party, collecting my money, going home, doing it again. Only I was working fucking two full-time jobs pretty much while I was
Good.
doing it. Like,
Good. Yeah.
Mo has made it so that he could do this full time for himself. And for me personally, like, and Mo can attest to this, like, towards the end when COVID started coming in, like, Mo used to tell me, like, yo, Super, like, your sets are not, they're not what they used to be. You know, and he used
Yeah.
to critique me. And, like,
Yeah.
I got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, I lost the love for it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I was so into work and I was into this, and then COVID hit, and it was just a lot. So, like, for me
Yeah.
personally, like, I lost my passion for it. That's
Yeah.
why I can admire that he puts his full-time effort into DJing, because,
Right.
like, it's really something that you have to do full time.
For sure.
So,
And the pandemic was the biggest. What's the word? It stopped a lot, especially because the momentum that we had as a group, as rush hour, as what we were doing, the momentum was insane. And
yeah, give us a little background on Rush Hour and what it was, because we haven't really touched on that.
so rush hour was our coalition pretty much. It was literally our DJ coalition where it was me, Triple, Superstar, and then we had our friends who are our support, which
Yeah.
was massive. And this was the best time of my life. And I'm not even gonna lie, this was a huge time in our life where we were just a bunch of people who never went out. All of us weren't club people. We weren't bar people. We weren't and for us to all be together in a group and to move as a unit to these bars and to these clubs and to have a good time. Like when we walked into these places, it was just we were just lit. And to form this group where we had two DJs, where I was managing them, and then where we had our friends support us, grab the equipment, post the flyers. I mean, our friends would literally stop people from asking for requests and be like, "Yeah, what do you guys want for a request?" And I'll tell the DJ and they would make the job so much easier as just friends. Like, you know what I mean? That was just the support, and all of us moving together was the most beautiful thing. Now, that that right there was the beginning of what I would say, like I said, our this huge moment that we were having now, and the pandemic stopped it right in its tracks. Like, I mean, dead in its tracks. Like, we were hot. Like, we had a great night. We were getting booked in different places. I mean, the flyers were coming out, the promos that we were doing. Like, we were really moving really well.
Right.
And that pandemic really stopped everything.
Yeah. And originally it was just you and Triple, but Triple was going so crazy. And shout out to DJ Triple. He
Mhm.
was going so crazy that they wanted him booked in multiple places. And Mo's like, he can't be in two places at once. So Mo hit
Right.
me up, kind of brought
Yeah,
me in.
that's
And
fire.
like literally ever since then, like, and I personally, like, I thought it was just gonna be business, transactional, like
Yeah.
relationship. And then Mo kind of like, I don't even want to say like put his like arm around me, but like literally like put his arm around me and put me in a fucking headlock and started bringing me around these people. And he's like, "This is Melissa. This is Gio. This is Elias. This is And literally, like, these are like my Lowell family. Like
Yeah.
I had no friends in Lowell. I hardly knew people. Like people knew of me, but like I wasn't in Lowell moving around because I was still so busy DJing in Boston and doing, Art Plug and all these random ass shows. And like this is what started bringing me to like 978 and then even pushing me into New Hampshire. Like it's crazy.
So, but if the pandemic didn't hit, you think you'd still be DJing or not?
Uh
Quite possibly, honestly, I do believe that the momentum that we have,
I don't know why, but I feel like this you would still be DJ that us. Word.
I think the momentum that we
um
had would have pushed her. I think the momentum that we have would have
yeah.
Cause you
reignited
got
it.
an ill support system, you feel me? And all y'all was doing y'all yeah, come on. What?
I would have probably took a break for a little while though, because
Right,
like
right.
I was really run down to the ground. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even
so I,
lying to you guys. The life that I'm living now is the life that was meant for you guys. Like the shit that I'm
yeah.
doing now, literally the shit that I'm doing now, it was everything that I preached to them. So like whatever I'm doing now, the fact that I'm a full-time DJ, if the pandemic never happened, this would have been their life. Not even lying to you guys. I would have literally just brought it to them. But the pandemic stopped everything, and because it stopped everything, it stopped the motivation from all of us because we weren't able to do anything, and we all had to pivot. Um, the only difference is that I just pivoted back, and instead of pivoting back and grabbing another DJ, I was forced to bet on myself. That's it. But I promise you, and I think about this every single day. If it wasn't for the pandemic, the life that I'm living now would have been their life because that's just the plan that I had. There's no difference. I'm not doing anything different that I wasn't telling them to do. It's
Yeah.
literally the same plan. I'd literally
No bullshit.
all I did was execute the same plan that I had for them.
Yeah.
That's why it was easy for me to become a DJ. I'll tell you guys what happened. Literally, I woke up one morning. I was supposed to be on vacation this was a Friday. This is my last Friday before my vacation. I literally was supposed to wake up this day, go to work, and then I would be on vacation for the next 9 days. And the owner of this company knew that. I woke up and the dude fired me, let me go because they couldn't afford to pay my vacation and have me not work and make money at the same time because that's how much money I was making for the company. I was
Right.
making money and they said that we can't afford to lose you. We're already it was a fundraising company, so we used to fundraise over the phone, which is very hard.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but I woke up one day and he literally said, I can't pay you to go on vacation and I can't pay you no more because you're my highest paying employee. I can't pay you. So I have to let you go. My friend was literally sleeping on this couch. I woke up and I woke him up and I said, "Yo, I just got fired." He literally woke up out of a dead sleep. He said, "What?" I said, "Yo, I just got fired." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, bro, I just got fired." He's like, "Bro, what are you about to do?" I dead looked at him in the face and said, "I'm taking DJing full time. I'm going all in."
No cap.
Never, and I never looked back. And and once again, I used the same strategy that I told these two how to when I was coming DJing. So it it's just crazy. Like I said, it's crazy. I'm living the life that was meant for them.
And how
A
long have you
hundred
been
percent.
doing that?
It was a year in March, March 20th. That was when I got fired or let go. I'll always remember that day. I remember I made the post and everything because I'll never forget waking up and literally not having a job and having a choice to either live the same life and like a little rabbit, like a hamster in the wheel, just doing it all over again,
Yeah.
or to take a chance on myself. And I always told myself that when I was 30 years old, I was gonna run my own business. I was 30 years old when that happened,
Fire.
and I
Manifestation,
manifested it.
real. Yeah.
Manifested it
See?
100%.
Facts. That's how real
Yeah.
it is.
The story
Uh,
is really crazy, honestly.
that's,
Guys, it's really, I think about it all the time. I'm not even lying to you guys. Like, this is the life that was meant for you guys. I just ended up having the opportunity to bet on myself and do it for myself.
Yeah. All right. You want to ask him our next question?
By the way,
yeah.
the Celtics lost, so this is terrible.
Are we serious?
We lost by 1 point.
Nah.
Swear to God,
By 1 point is
we
crazy.
You're
literally
gonna
just,
piss me off.
we literally just lost game two. Like, I don't even want to like. The good thing
Damn.
we're smoking right now. The
Yeah.
thing we're smoking right now. That is just the craziest. I
Yo.
wanted to flip. Like we're in a podcast now, but I wanted to flip out just watching, just see it. I can't believe we just lost by 1 point.
That's
Game
devastating.
two, devastating at home. We just lost. Got to be part of the script.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Uh, how do you
That just
feel about
happened.
the DJ community nowadays? Like the whole DJ community.
Like I was saying earlier, I love the DJ community. Honestly, the
Right.
support that I see they give each other and the
Mm-hmm.
support that I've received, is massive. Honestly, and I also think that it also is because personally, it's because I give off that energy. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm better than them, and I don't want people to feel like they're better than me. But
Yeah.
to be able, but if you're not giving that energy first, if you're not like simple is like humble, just going in there being a sponge, just knowing what the situation is and having respect, you'll get it back. And I think that's where I've received so much love is because I literally lead with so much love in this community. People know that I literally pull up, I support DJs. I literally go. I try to do sets, and when I do have the days off, and I do support these people. So when they see me, they know that I'm just going to support them.
Fire. Fire. Without from super.
All right. Did the internet take the job of breaking records?
Yeah,
I would say so.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it also made our job easier because now we just know what to play now because of the internet. You can wake up and see what's going viral and play that song. And most people some people might be annoyed by the song because they hear it so much.
Right. Right.
Um, and honestly, depending on when it goes viral, if it's viral by Monday, by the weekend, they're
Mhm.
sick of hearing it. So you might not be able, like, you might play it, and some people are gonna love it. You know what I mean? And some people are probably just annoyed by it. But these songs that people are going viral and dancing to make these nights a lot easier to play because you know that if you play this exact song and everybody in the world's on TikTok, so um, if you play some of these songs, people are gonna enjoy it. They know it, and it makes your day a lot easier. And it's also helping to bond a lot of communities. A lot of communities, the white communities, the Asian communities, the Spanish communities, the Black communities are all enjoying this one song. They're all dancing to this one song. So when you play this one song, everybody knows it. It's not just something that one community might know or not, because the fact that everybody's on TikTok and they're seeing it, they're all dancing to it, it makes it a worldwide thing. So it makes it a lot easier, honestly.
So what advice would you give to an up and coming DJ right
I gave advice to a DJ 2 days ago, a young DJ. He
now?
actually DM'd me.
Mm.
I told him to work every single day.
Right.
There's not a day that I try not to now, or I don't open up the laptop, or I don't DJ. I literally DJ every single day. If I'm not DJing, I'm working on music. And when I mean by working on music, I'm either queuing music out, adding music to the playlist, going through my playlist and listening to some of the songs so that way I can reacquaint myself with some of the music that I have because there's just so much music in the world, that you forget. So it's like an everyday thing. And when you start to indulge yourself in it every single day, it becomes something that is just like secondhand, and then it just becomes nature. And the second thing I told them is don't worry about the money because the money's gonna come. If I worried about the money when I first got fired, if I didn't worry about anything except the money, I would not be where I'm at now. They would literally just book another DJ. If I was
Right.
worried about the money, they would book another DJ. What I was worried about was the craft. If I'm not good enough to be worth three, 400, $500, then I'm not gonna get three, four, $500.
Bro. Real shit.
It's facts. All right, last question we have for you before we dive into our topics for the night. Top five DJs. Or if five's too much, give us your Mount Rushmore.
I like that.
It's a great question, honestly. I'm not a. I haven't really. I don't necessarily feel like I have a favorite DJ. I do enjoy a lot of DJs. Um, That's a great. I mean, I don't think I have like a top five DJs, and if they were, they would just be my friends that are my DJ friends. Honestly, if and I would and that would be my like top five. For me
That's
to
cool.
name for me to name them, it would have to be like that. But I think if anything, they would just be like just DJs that are around here, like those. That would be like my top five. But it wouldn't be fair because there's just so many DJs. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right, right.
There's just so many DJs that I DJ with. I can tell you
Mhm.
right now, every time I go see a DJ, I enjoy the set. You know what I mean? I learn something. So I wouldn't say I have like a top five. There is a ton of great DJs, obviously, like the, I mean, Jazzy Jeff and all those DJs that everybody knows about, and those are some great, you know what I mean, great
Yeah,
DJs. Stuff
yeah,
like it's like him and all these other DJs, that literally set the ground and the foundation for DJing. I love seeing videos pop up. I mean, there's been multiple days where I've literally stayed on Jazzy Jeff's page for hours. Where
peace.
I've been on, look, people like, um can't even think right now because like I'm hot, but like DJs like old DJs like him, like just old DJs. Every time I see videos, I will literally be in a black hole and go back and watch all these DJs and thing. But Jazzy Jeff is the one that stands out specifically because he's on there every single day DJing and scratching and the things that he's putting out programs so that way people can learn how to scratch, people can learn how to DJ. The fact that he's what went from turntables and now he has CDJs and has a laptop, so he was able to evolve to like everybody else is with the time. I mean, he and when he DJs, every time I see something with Jazzy Jeff, I literally like my mouth drops. Like, Buddy is like, if anything, Buddy is one of the goats for sure. If anything, Jazzy Jeff is definitely one of the goats that I can, Adam, like when it comes to my mind, he's definitely one of them. Like he just goes crazy.
So fair to say, if he ever like reach out, or when he reach out, you'll be in, huh?
Any DJ reaches out, I'm definitely gonna be. And any old DJ, I would love to be able to know because the stuff that they had to do to get to the point where we're on laptops and on tech, like you know what I mean. Technology is crazy because they used to literally have to take records and have to
Right,
do this shit physically with records and scratch the records up and all that shit and probably have to buy new records after that because they didn't have the ability to go on the internet and just press play 100,000 times with just a click of a button with your finger. So, um, I mean, my sister's man is a DJ, and he's been DJing since he was literally young, and he talks to me about the '90s, and he talks to me about the crate days, and you know what I mean. I look at him almost like an older brother in a sense because he is my sister's man.
Yeah.
Um, but just listening to his stories. He hit me up the other day to DJ. Actually, he was DJing and he was out here. He was doing a private event. And he hit me up. So like people like that. Like when I tell you I'm a sponge, I study. When I see anything about DJing, I'll sit there and just watch it. When you're on IG and you see those IG reels of DJs put in like their top songs or whatever it is,
Yeah.
I'll sit there and just watch all that stuff. Like when anything that comes with DJing, I swear I soak that shit up because I just want like that shit just so interesting to me, honestly. That's why I felt like I was so good to manage you guys and be able to manage people and watch them on a daily basis and just like sit there and be like, holy shit, like this motherfucker is going crazy right now. Like,
All right, let's move into Skom's Get It Off Your Chest segment.
Huh. Thanks. Yo, what's up?
All right, let's go. Get it off your chest. What's the topic today?
Rage baiters, man.
All right, for those who don't know what rage baiting is, can you let them know?
It's just getting under people's skin on purpose, just to get in a reaction, whether it's online. Basically, it's like trolling, but they call it rage. You know what I mean? It's like another form of trolling. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand, and especially online, it's like not for me. Like something happening, personally.
I was gonna be the first question. Who did it?
Hell no.
To you? Because like somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it.
Nah, it's just I've been seeing it over the years, and I'm like, yo, there's a buildup that's happening, and it's gonna get bad. You know what I mean? It's gonna get bad. And I saw something happen with DeMarcus Cousins and this like young little white kid, and he was trolling him, and DeMarcus was like, yo, this ain't the comments. Like you can't just be saying anything to anybody. And that just sparked something. I'm like, yeah, that's real. Like, what if it wasn't a basketball player, it was somebody else? Be violent. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's just getting bad, and people just taking this trolling and rage baiting thing to another level. And I'm like, yo, cut it out. Cut it out. Because there's people out there who's not playing, and mental illness is real. Like they're just waiting. There's people out there that's literally waiting. Like they're waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw this video of this kid. He was at Walmart and he was kind of doing that and like was recording, and the dude told him, I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. Yo, he followed him out of the Walmart. The kid got in the car with his mom. His mom was driving. He was holding on to the fucking windshield. Had to drive all the way to the police station.
See?
Because he was literally banging on the windshield. He was going fucking nuts. Like,
no. Yeah.
Let's go. I got a question. How do you feel about Draymond Green?
He doesn't force it to me. And I've seen people who really he doesn't force it like that. Reggie Miller was worse.
But Reggie Miller was kind of pussy.
Yeah, but dog, you got to
That's true. A clothesline is not forcing an elbow, kicking somebody in the balls. I mean, I can name a couple more instances that when we're talking about rage, the definition of rage baiting.
Like he needs some.
And I'll put this out here: Draymond Green was my favorite college basketball player.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to really like him. Like when the Warriors first had like their shit going. Like I liked him like the first two championships, and then after that, after he got into a fight with Jordan Poole, I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, nah, you're right. This nigga Draymond's he be wild.
He's not right in the head.
Nah. I was sitting here like, yeah, all the yeah.
It gets to a point.
It does, but so is Ron Artest up there?
Now, Ron Artest doesn't actually rage bait. He actually gets baited.
Yeah. I felt bad because he really only had one really bad incident. You know what I mean? Like,
he was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy for sure.
What? Yeah.
But a lot of people provoked him because they knew that he was so good defensively, pretty much, and offensively. Nice. He was really good. but
Facts.
they knew that he had a temper, so it was easy to just get him pissed off, and then it would affect the whole team because once he's pissed off, he's playing, then the team's off.
Yeah,
So a lot of
yeah,
people would just piss Ron Artest off.
yeah. Yeah. Trolling's really been here forever, huh? It's been in every sport, every instance. Terrible.
Yeah, I feel like the trolling, like as far as music, like
That's OD.
we always had like, Cameron,
Yeah,
like
yeah, but that was
shit like that.
cool.
But like it wasn't really like I would say it turned into rage baiting when like 6ix9ine popped
That
off.
nigga,
That was when it was
that
like
nigga. Jesus Christ.
Much was on its all-time highs.
Yeah, no, for sure.
yeah,
For
King
sure.
Troll.
For
Huge.
sure. Oh, yeah, nah, I'm good. That's not, I don't know. It's cool. There's some trolling that's funny. You know what I mean? Rash shit and you're talking shit, ha ha ha, trolling, ha. Yeah, but then there's like, yo, you're forcing it. Like it's getting cringy. Like, bro, read the
Even
room.
like 50 Cent is like a 50-50 for me. Like sometimes he be cracking me up.
Sometimes,
Other times I'm like, all right, bro, like you're dragging it. Like the fact that he be dragging Big Meech and Lil Meech, I'm like, who cares? You make money off of them. I wouldn't even be dragging them.
I think we're confused with the fact that nigga really be serious.
no, he's that ass.
Yeah, no, that's fact.
He do be trolling, but the
But he's that
nigga,
ass.
the nigga
It's
be
coming
dead
from
ass.
a dead ass place.
Coming from a super dead ass
No,
like
listen.
individual, like he's just like dead ass.
He
Like
doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. This is his vice. This is what he does. Like this is his shit. Like what? He fucks with people. You get mad. You try to confront him. He'll beat you up. Like it's 50. Like you know what I mean? You leave 50 alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like,
facts.
like you should know 50's tapped. You take a picture of somebody you don't like, he's cutting you off, dragging you forever.
Like, anybody who drags their own son
Yeah,
is not
that's what
right
I'm
in
saying.
the head.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. You know what I mean? It's up.
it is pretty.
That's his child.
And like it is pretty bad, yeah.
yeah,
Like your own child that looks like you, and he's a baby troll. He's a baby 50. So it's just
I know.
Oh my god. Yes. But
All
all in
right.
all, people should just like chill.
Yeah.
You could troll, but chill.
All right, let's move into our next topic. We're gonna get into our general topics now. Let's talk about GTA 6 and the delay.
Oh, it was real.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
real.
shit.
May 2026. It's
Yeah,
real.
that's crazy.
And
Why
they
y'all
said
feel it?
they said sorry we're delaying it. Here's the trailer. I was fucking vexed.
I have to
Yeah.
jump on the what's the last GTA 5, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You have to that maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have to jump back and it's giving me enough time
yeah,
to get reacclimated.
yeah.
Get
What was the last one I played?
Get my character built up. I gotta get him back in the hood. I gotta make sure that he's like, you know what I mean? Like
He's
I
up
gotta
to par. He's
back
good.
on the block pretty much.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
make sure that I got my friends back up on whatever. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a PlayStation or an Xbox. Like
yeah. What was the last one y'all played?
I have 5.
Oh, right. What about you?
Yeah,
San
I have
Andreas.
5.
Me too. No, I think me was Vice City. That was my last.
But they're bringing GTA 6 back to Vice City.
Ooh, word?
Yeah, so I'm
Don't
excited
say
about
that.
that. Because
Oh,
like,
shit.
It's coming back.
yo, they
Nah,
did such a good job on the map for GTA 5. Like, as far as it looking like California, that shit looks dead ass. Like, if I walk outside right now, like that shit looks just like it.
How you feel about Aiden Ross's proposal though? About like you can make real money in there, but if you
T
lose
Grizzly
the
been doing
bread,
that though.
it's
T Grizzly
over.
been doing that though.
See, Grizzly's been doing that with the GTA RP.
Wow, see, it's like an Aiden.
Yo, like he has this literally, it's like it's GTA, but like you
Mhm.
could customize it on the PC.
Yeah,
So
it's
he has his own world, and you have to pay a subscription to play in that world, and you get the chance to play with him.
Shout out to you, T Grizzly.
He makes more money streaming than he
Really?
does fucking making music. He doesn't even have to
T-Pain
make
too, right? T-Pain too, right?
You said what?
T-Pain?
T-Pain just streams. He makes
Yeah,
money on.
T-Pain just he just be making music on Twitch.
Running it up, as he
Running
should.
it the fuck up.
As he should. At his crib.
I'm not gonna lie. I was very interested when I first found out about that. I'm like, so I can just buy this. I can just buy this PC, pay this monthly fee, and then just become a part of this world. But you can't die. That's the because if you die, you lose everything.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no, you didn't. You never heard T Grizzly talk about it. I watched the. Was it the?
So it's real bread. Like you could cash out for real.
No, no, it's all done through crypto, so it's dead ass like it's a real world. You
Right.
literally have a real job in this world, and you literally get paid real money, crypto though, that you can cash out. But if you die,
It's a wrap.
That's crazy.
Yo, imagine. Oh,
you can't be in this
yo.
PC. You can't be in this world talking crazy.
Yo, if you ever wanna go down a rabbit hole, go on Reddit and search
Uh-huh.
Boston RP. There's a whole fucking Boston world, like literally Boston PD on the cop cars. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah, High Tolerance has their own RP. It's crazy.
What?
Like,
Yeah, no, it's a different world, honestly.
yeah,
I haven't played video games in not long, honestly. The last time I played
Yeah.
video games,
Oh,
forever.
that's
damn, I was living back home.
No, it's been a while, honestly.
Yeah,
Even during the pandemic, I wasn't even really playing. I was literally just like,
I just remember you had your Xbox.
nah, I was really deep into it for. I mean, I was, but yeah, no. That's why I want to like. GTA 6 is gonna be the reason why I definitely play video games again, honestly, for sure.
definitely get a
Because of
piece.
that type of experience is dope because we're gonna be able to just like all be connected pretty much like it was back when we were younger. Same way where
Yeah.
the Xbox chats on the Call of Duty and all that stuff is gonna be that type of feeling, that type of energy, that type of environment.
Facts. GTA is about to make $1 kajillion in 2 seconds.
It's
He
gonna go
already
crazy.
probably did. Yo, bro. Oh my God. These niggas just chilling. They preparing for the bread.
Just off the pre-orders, they're gonna make stupid bread.
What? Nigga, them niggas haven't stopped making bread since nigga. So that's a rock star, bro. For real.
Yeah, they're like 10 miles away from me, Rockstar headquarters.
They need
They're
to make
like 10 miles away from me.
I know,
What?
little flex.
we need to
Nigga.
ask them for Midnight Club. We need Midnight Club back.
My
Facts.
nigga. My nigga. Yes.
Every time I
Yeah.
play 24s in the club, I think about it.
Yo.
Every time I play 24s, that's my like. I'm like, yo, Midnight Club again.
Yeah.
All right. Is it worth it to move out of your hometown and why?
You're never gonna appreciate where you live from, or you're never gonna understand what the severity of how you're living is until you move somewhere else and you can see a better or worse life. You never you. That's just yeah.
Oh,
I
thanks.
highly recommend it, honestly. Highly recommend it. That's why I moved back to Lowell. I never appreciated Lowell until I moved out of Lowell and I was able to move to these different locations and be able to experience these different communities and understand that what really understands me is
Mhm.
my city
Right.
and the people that I grew up with, and those are the people that really understand me, and that's the thing. But you're never gonna find. I mean, most people can find a good hustle or whatever it is, but you're never gonna truly understand life until you go out and see other communities and see other people's struggles and see other people's successes, and then aim for something bigger.
Nah, for real, I agree. You gotta grow, man. Expand your horizons. You know?
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like when I moved from Cambridge to Lowell, like not even Cambridge, when I moved from Cambridge to like college first, like when I was in the dorms, I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, there's more to the world than just my hometown, you know what I mean?
for
And
sure.
then my parents moved to Lowell, and I'm like, fuck, this is like a whole different world. I don't know nobody out here. I don't got no friends out here. I don't know shit. I had to learn Lowell just me myself, you know. And then the friends came along. I didn't start making friends in Lowell till 5 years already living there,
Yeah,
and now I'm in Cali, obviously, and it's just Very, very different. I haven't made a single fucking friend outside of work, um, yet, at least.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, it's crazy. My perspective, is so
Go outside.
different.
Gotta go outside.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Yeah,
that. Thanks.
well, I'm working on that. Working on
You
that.
know,
You
I
gotta
need a
you
new car first, and then once I have the car, I'll be everywhere. Um, but yeah, even just like me myself with like just everyday shit that I would do. Like I would literally like go to work, come home, and then I would just link with you guys and like smoke or chill, whatever. We would go out and support you or whatever the case was, you know? Um, and I don't do that here. So like now my every day is different. I have no choice but to lock in because I don't have the distractions that I did back home, you know?
exactly. Thanks.
Yeah, no. Honestly, the biggest thing that I can always give for advice is being able to try to get out of your comfort zone because it's almost like it's relative to the question itself. It's like if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're never gonna understand what you have, whether
Right.
if it's better or for worse.
Yeah.
You're never gonna understand your situation if it's better or for worse. You have to definitely get out. And there's a reason why you're in your situation, not just like you, superstar in general, but all of us. There's a reason why we're in our situation, and there's definitely bigger things that we can um, understand about why we're put in this situation if we believe in God. So the reason why you're in California is because it is a better life for you, or there is a lesson to be taught, and there is probably some people that you need to meet to be able to complete that kind of mission that God has for you out there.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that fully.
Yeah, facts.
Mhm.
All right, let's talk about Millie's on Neon Stream.
Did you see it?
I didn't watch the whole stream. I watched clips.
Yeah, I seen like that one clip, and that was actually funny. I ain't gonna front. That was actually
Was it the one
funny.
with him on the couch with all girls?
Yeah, yo, this nigga Neon, yo. That was like, God, that was like a real reaction. At first, it was like, how? He's like, hold on, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
yo,
it was a real genuine reaction.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts, facts. He tried to laugh it off, but then the Cambridge in him was just like, hold on, nigga, like you're a little too close now.
yeah,
Like, you feel me? Like, I dig it. Shout out to Mills.
This video because I need to see this. Hold on.
yo.
I
And you
need
know what's
to.
crazy? Bia
Yeah.
was on his stream like a week later.
On Neon Stream?
Yeah.
For real? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
He got a deal with Empire now.
Neon,
Yeah.
like making music.
No, no, no. Probably doing what he's doing on
Oh,
some,
okay.
probably got a deal or something. You know what I mean?
I mean, good for him.
Yeah, for sure. Nigga, he
I'm,
broke out. What's his name? Swerving on the corner. Whoa, what's his name?
oh my God, yeah.
Homie. Yeah, nigga.
Okay,
That's so.
but how do we feel about Jello coming back to promote his second single? He sat there for 20 minutes, collected a big bag, and then dipped.
Yo, out.
Wait, what do you
He
mean?
bending on the corner. Well, what he said? Something. Whoa. Whatever you said. That. Yeah.
Okay, so when Jello first premiered that song, he was on Neon Stream.
That's.
So then it went crazy, it went viral. And
That's.
then Neon brought him back to play the second single that he made. He literally came, played it, chilled for like 10 minutes, collected $150,000 and dipped
150.
for 20 minutes.
Skated on it.
Neon
Next.
thought he was going to sit there and do a whole stream with him and chill.
Song did he preview? Can you please?
Can't even fucking tell you.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna try it. I was like,
Hold you guys as a DJ.
Not the one with Glorilla, the other one.
Law and Order.
Yes.
Fire. I am gonna hold you. Song fire. Song is gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know people be tight because he like talks about shit that he obviously doesn't live, but it's like most rappers do
We don't know
anyway.
that. We don't know that.
You think he chills with his goons in Memphis? He lives in Beverly Hills.
I mean, a lot of rich rappers be doing that, yo. They'd be all up in the hood, like,
That's
yo, what
he
you
can't be.
doing
One's in Memphis.
here?
You think
Like,
he's talking with John Morant?
You don't think he has 2 guns on his hip? You don't think he feels like this bitch is Law and Order?
Nah.
I had 2 guns on my hip. I'd feel like Olivia Benson too.
oh my god,
I feel like Finn too. Like I really would.
yo, that nigga got his bread and dip. Shout out to him.
Dipped.
Shout out to him. He pulled a Playboy Cardi.
Yo, he got that Love and Hip Hop chick pregnant. They had their baby, and then he went and got some other bitch pregnant and said bye. You were cool before I was a rapper. Now I gotta have multiple joints.
That's crazy.
And she got bread.
Her own bread.
Yeah, her own bread. She got more bread than him. And that's a fact. Her family got bread. Like, they own, like, every strip club in, like, Vegas and LA. Yeah,
Oh,
like,
bread,
yeah, the bag is deep.
Oh.
Like,
bread. That's,
yeah. And they got that Moroccan money.
That Moroccan money is crazy.
That's different.
Yeah.
Damn, not the French Montana bread.
Yeah.
She got more than French Montana bread.
That is wild. The French Montana.
Yeah, like that family is like deep in wealth. All right, I'll let you ask the next questions because these are for me. So,
Oh yeah. Hi. Yo, why do you hate drill so much?
okay, and I'm gonna clarify,
Drill?
like drill music.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm listening.
I don't hate drill music in general.
Okay.
Like,
cool.
to me,
okay, cool.
to me, drill is like Chief Keef, Dirk, G Herbo, like early 20.
Original drill. Well,
Yeah,
OG
yeah.
drill. OG drill. Okay.
I don't hate that. I hate New York drill.
Shit. What did New York drill do to you?
Besides Birth Pop Smoke, it ain't did shit for me.
Long live Pop. Damn.
Absolutely, but that's about where it ends. Like, don't get me wrong. There's like a couple songs that I like. You know what I mean? Like
Here and
Smooth
there.
L, you know, shit like that. But like, oh
Damn,
my
nigga said
god,
Smooth L. Damn. Yo.
that's OG New York drill.
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
But
Smooth L.
it just turned into like,
That's my nigga.
all right, one,
Mm-hmm.
it's not marketable.
All right.
It's very, I feel like it changed the game in a negative way.
Just say it's aggressive. Just say it's aggressive.
It is aggressive.
Say it's aggressive, and then we can move on with it. It's aggressive.
But that's not why I don't
aggressive.
like it. I don't like it because it's here and there. It's hot this week, it's not hot the next week. And the biggest example that I can use is Ice Spice. When she first came out, even though people thought she was mediocre as a rapper or whatever, she was hot. And she was popping. She dropped that first project. I'm like, okay, I can fuck with this. Like, then she dropped that second project. And I said, what the fuck is that?
But we got niggas like Chef though that make fire, and he's still drilling.
And I like Chef.
The music.
I like Chef, but I like him because he's different. Like Fabio Foreign does not do it for me.
I feel you.
Not
like,
even
I see where you're coming from. I fuck with Favi, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like but.
And what about the Bronx drill? No, because that was just extra for you. And it's just like, yeah, I feel you. K Flock, no.
No.
B Love, no.
No.
Okay.
What's that dude, Lore Ross? If you ever have 4 hours of your time to dedicate to watch that documentary, please.
Oh, Lore Ross, he'd be forcing it. His documentary is like 17 hours long.
The amount of violence that has come just between that group and like Shake and like that group, it's disgustingly incriminating. And for me, like I just come from a different era where it's like if you're moving like that, you move in silence. You don't talk
That,
about it, you don't rap about it. You create pictures,
mm-hmm,
metaphors, you
right.
paint it in the music, but you're not like, yeah, I hit B up on 63rd Street, then I went to 64th Street and I hit C and D up. Like you know.
Then you're going live
Then you're going live.
and taunting it, and then drop the record the next day.
It's
Then the boys pick you
disgustingly
up.
nasty woke. Where's your OGs?
Where's your OGs?
We need to have a discussion.
They're watching from out of town at their construction jobs. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what their OGs are, or they own businesses or they're doing something. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But even if you have OGs who do try to put children in the wing, it's them though. Some of them is like, fuck out of here. Like, nigga, it's real out here. This nigga stepped on my shoe. We gotta be forever. Like, it be like, no, for real, be yo. And it be really up. So
Yeah. And running down on somebody in $1,300 Amiri jeans and a Montclair is nasty fucking work. You just posted that outfit on Instagram and then you're going to hit a drill.
PK flow. But damn, that's real though. That's smack.
I mean, hey, listen. You know what's funny? The other day yesterday I was with Ray and Gio,
That's real.
and Ray looked at Gio and goes, "I ain't no YN." I was like, "What are you, Unc?"
We actually
Yo,
have that topic on here.
I'm letting you know right now. It is crazy out here. They got a title now, and they're sticking to the title, which is
yo,
big
they
to me.
love it. Like they take it like a badge
Oh,
of
it's like
honor.
yeah, no, they're
No,
definitely dedicated to the title.
yeah, like what?
So let's talk about them versus OGs, old heads.
Yo, old heads was wildin' too though. Like that's what I'm saying. There was YNs in every era. It's just different. It's just there's cameras and there's more technology now. That's all it is. You feel me? Niggas was sliding to old school music, to the stylistics and shit. You know how much of a psychopath you gotta be to slide to some stylistics, bro? Like, come on, bro. Talking about like these young niggas. Yeah, these young niggas is wilding because they're going on live and showing all this. You're right, incriminating themselves. But these OGs was wilding too. The DVD era, putting guns on the camera and stuff, getting these poor DVD guys indicted. You know what I mean? It was bad. So the OGs was doing it too. There was just different YNs in different eras. That's all it was. There's
Yeah,
a YN in every era. Every era.
that's facts.
So all that division shit is bullshit, bro. Let them grow. Let them learn. They gotta learn their way. You know what I mean? That's it. But they dumb as hell though. They wild. Yo, these youngins do be wild. Like,
Yeah.
I lay out to death, but y'all be wild.
And you know what it is for me? I think it's like the like you're not second guessing who they're talking about because they're tagging you.
No speculation at all. You
None.
know who it is. Like, oh, this nigga. Like what? Like niggas is not supposed to know, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody's supposed to know. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, like you said, they like niggas just incriminating themselves. It's crazy. Like, dog, what? There's mad Ricos in the rap game.
Yeah, there is, and there's only going to be more.
Like, nigga,
Look at the Ricos that's hit in Boston,
Boston's too small. They need to chill out. But they'll
and
never chill.
and that's just too small. Imagine what they're doing in other places.
That's what I'm saying. Going crazy. Going crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, this is wild. Everybody needs to chill out, get some bread, and do the thing.
Heavy on it.
I gotta ask you this: why do you hate Andrew Tate?
Why do you think I hate Andrew Tate?
I don't want to think. I want to know why
I
do you?
hate Andrew Tate because he is misogynistic
Right, right,
and he thinks women are fucking property. He treats women like dog shit,
right.
and I know his dick gotta be little.
Oh my Jesus!
It has to be.
We went
It
through
has
it.
to be.
We
Because
went through
no regular confident man
Mm,
is gonna treat women like that.
shit.
This man literally got indicted for trafficking women in another country.
Shit. You got it.
Where's he from?
I have no rebuttal. He's from the UK. Well, he was a UK kickboxer. So I don't know actually where he's really from. I think his pops in him from Chicago because his pops is like in the CIA.
The fuck?
Yo, exactly. Because I was like, yo, who
And he
is
was
this?
in the
Nigga?
UFC for a minute, right?
I have no idea. I know he was a
I think that's how
kickboxer.
he got famous. He was in the UFC. He was kind of
Yeah.
a not good
Word?
fighter, and then
Yeah.
he started doing the podcasting shit and was like projecting his fucking small micro penis ideas onto other men who don't know how to deal with women.
Yo, that's hilarious. Not for he was in the UFC though, that ass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Damn, that's crazy. I always thought he was just like a kickboxer from the UK.
No, I'm pretty sure he was in the UFC.
Damn, nigga said he went to the UFC and it was a dub for him, and then he became a podcaster. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You got it.
His
Okay.
his rhetoric is just very dangerous. Like
Yeah,
if you're a naive and I could flip this the other way
mhm.
about women who talk about being a hoe and
Right, right, right,
bringing in a trick like
right.
that mindset. And I'm not knocking anybody who is in that field, but like
Mhm.
it can be very dangerous if you're not equipped properly.
No, 100%,
So
100%.
that's my problem with him.
I feel you. The message
The message.
and how it's being delivered as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Absolutely. All right. Let's talk about Young Thug's new record.
Yeah, what you
This
think
is
about it?
his first song he dropped since he's been in jail.
Right?
My phone just died, so you're gonna have to take over these
I
topics.
got you. I got you.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was very interesting to not hear him talk about the things that we normally hear him talk about. Violence, him being a slime.
Yeah, it was very like, oh, okay.
It was like money and bitches.
It was mild.
Money and
Yeah,
bitches.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It wasn't too spicy. It was just, I was like, okay.
It's a good
Right?
track. Very good track. I like it a lot, honestly.
Yeah, facts. Me too.
I like
Yeah.
the transition too between the obviously the bridge between his verse and Future's
And
verse.
future.
Oh, you cold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts, 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 facts.
And then Future just goes,
Yeah. Goes future. he goes Pluto. For
Yeah.
sure.
The only
Facts.
thing that
Dog.
I'm like afraid of as far as like Thug and his creativity is like how far is he going to be able to push this
Yeah.
without getting boring or repetitive?
Facts. I was thinking, did he have to clear this record? Like with the courts and shit?
Probably. I'm pretty sure he did.
Imagine it was like, nah, like mad times. Imagine you had to do that shit mad times.
Yeah, right?
Because
Yeah.
he has like, what, 15 years on probation?
Something like that. And he has to do like two stop the violence concerts a year or some shit. There's mad like
Wait,
shit
what?
probation he has to.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Ain't he been in Atlanta?
Actually, I don't know if it's in Atlanta.
no, he can't.
Imagine.
No.
Imagine, like, yeah, you're banned here, but you have to do a concert here every year. Yo, how?
I mean, he obviously is gonna get like special
A pass?
rights from the
Yeah,
court,
right? Like a pass?
but
Right.
now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he can travel and do shows. I thought that was one of the
Stipulation?
things, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But hey, at least he could see his family and shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Fuck it. I mean, at
Well,
least
he
he
has
could
to
see
move his whole family out of Atlanta,
facts.
and that's if you're from the A, you don't you don't leave the A. You
Facts.
you
Go to
know?
I'm gonna go to Atlanta and see what it looks like.
Same, I've never been.
Yeah, I want to
Or
see.
I've been to the A. It's
Feel
cool.
that energy. I want to feel that energy.
I hear that it's not what it used to be.
Now I went out there think okay, I wanted Welcome to Atlanta vibe. Nah, I forgot. I was like, yeah, this is 2019, man. It's not.
Like,
Like what? It was just like, oh shit, mad Chicago niggas is there, mad Mass niggas, mad Boston niggas, mad New York niggas. I was like, damn, what's that Atlanta people? Like, you feel me? Like I'm looking for the Atlanteans and shit, and I'm just like running into people like regular motherfuckers.
but
Like, oh,
if you know, like, you know that people from actual Atlanta, they don't live in Atlanta.
in
They live
Atlanta,
on the outskirts.
right? That makes
Like,
sense.
if you're from Atlanta,
That makes
you're
sense.
from, like, the fucking hood. Like, zone 4, zone 6, zone
Right.
3. Like, otherwise, you're living in, like, fucking Douglasville or, like, fucking
Where the hell
random
is
ass fucking suburbs like that.
Douglasville?
Douglasville?
Douglasville.
Did you just say Douglasville?
Yo, what? Yo.
Stone
All right.
Mountain. Like,
Okay, I heard of that. I heard of Stone Mountain.
yeah, like,
Who the fuck is from Stone Mountain? Isn't that Quavo and them?
yeah.
Okay. I was
And
like,
that's why
somebody from
people from Atlanta have so much beef with Migos because, like, they're not actually from Atlanta.
they're from North, right?
Yeah.
And that's not a thing. This mad Atlanta politics. Yo, I don't know. Shouts to Atlanta. I have no idea. This mad Atlanta politics on the
Yeah, there is.
Yo, hella. All right. So, what's your favorite artist's worst album? I could tell you mine right now. If you want.
Please
Michael
start us
Jackson.
off. I gotta think on this.
Michael Jackson, Blood on the Dance Floor.
What the
Terrible album.
fuck?
I mean,
What the fuck?
terrible. I was like, I love you to death, Mike. Love you to death. You know you're my like you're the greatest. Like you that nigga, but like, how?
Okay, this is kind of hard because, like, I have to sit there and think about who my favorite artist is.
Oh, Jay Z Kingdom Come. I'm sorry, I love you, Hope, but I didn't like that album.
It's gotta be like one of the rolling paper. Like I think rolling papers like 3 wasn't like
Damn, word.
wasn't really hitting
Yeah, I, I feel you
like
though.
but like rolling papers 1, like all the mixtapes, Taylor Alderdice, like all this
Oh
stuff
my
that would
god.
Yeah, Taylor
all
after that, I was
like that. I feel like the later stuff and like probably is like where it's just like nah, I'm not. I think maybe it was because I was outgrowing. I was
yeah,
outgrowing it probably,
yeah.
He
but I would say
he
that
went a little too mainstream for me for a while. Like,
And he was trying to get to that Fast and the Furious song, and once he got it, he was
yeah,
like, he was. And Currency always said Wiz always wanted to be a planet. Like he always wanted to be that type of artist anyway. So once he was doing that, I was like, okay,
yeah, I know a
that's a part
lot.
of his. Man.
I
Wait,
thought
no,
Cushion Orange Juice was good though.
wait, no, wait, yeah, Cushion Orange, the new Cushion Orange juice, the one he just dropped,
True.
I haven't listened to it yet. It's
fire,
fire.
fire,
Yeah,
smoke.
Yeah,
Yo, when
it's good.
I stayed up. Not that I stayed up, but I was already up. But when
yeah,
I listened to it, I
yeah,
probably was like, I think I listened to the whole thing. I probably was like I probably listened to like 17 songs. I smoked so much weed. Like the minute, yo, I ain't even quite frank. I was 3 seconds into the first song, and I
yeah,
immediately felt like I needed to roll up. The minute
Yeah.
I heard the first snare or whatever it is, I felt like I needed to roll up.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the vibe that it brings. Like when I tell you, the second that you play the first song, you're gonna want to roll up like 5 seconds into it.
So yeah, I can't wait to listen.
And he's talking about some real shit.
That's the
Yeah,
Wiz,
it,
man.
it was really good. Um, it just like brought me back to like that whiz, like that whiz that we
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Thanks.
Okay, to go back to your
Mm-hmm.
question, I'm gonna pick Drake and
Uh,
I'm gonna pick the album that he
If you say honestly, never mind, I'm gonna be like upset with you.
Is that the one that he had writing this from Florida with love?
No, that was the dark tape mixtape or some shit like that. Dark Lane or
I
Dark whatever.
I think that between that one and the recent one that he just dropped with the Cupid on it.
Certified Lover Boy.
Is that Certified Lover Boy? Yes. I thought they were mid, both of them. Like for me, like Drake, like I can't listen to Drake rap anymore. It's almost like the Jay-Z effect. Like when Jay-Z raps, I'm like, okay, like I get it. Like you're Hove, you're the most consistent rapper out. Wayne right under him. But like he's so unrelatable because he's so far gone that it's like your music doesn't appease to me. Like when he's singing about heartbreak. Like everybody can relate to that. I can't relate to your fucking $3 million Picasso. Like,
Fucking ugly.
so I think that's my answer. It's a cross between that album and Certified Lover Boy.
I do feel like that's a great topic to talk about. Is like music not being because music's not relatable to you. It doesn't
Hmm.
necessarily for you. It's not a good song, but because it could be relatable to somebody else, that's a good song to that individual. So the how would I say the fact that Drake's able to make so much relatable music, no matter what people feel about him, the music that he makes, the things that he say are so relatable, are so like in the right now and how we feel that the music that he makes is always going to be good. It's always going to catch somebody's ear compared to like when we say Hove, because you already know that Hove is so far into a world that is not relatable. Even though we know that Drake's in the same realm, because Drake says stuff that is so real and you can relate to it, you're gonna listen to a Drake record before you listen to a Jay Z record because Jay Z is just not talking about anything that's relatable, something that's not that catch your ear. Even Wayne, like Wayne is in that same realm where it's just like, I mean, first of all, sometimes it's just like, what are we talking about here, Wayne?
He's so far in left field that he's not relatable because he's not like in the now. Like the fact that he didn't know who Lil Baby was, I'm like, bro, I strive to be that at peace.
And that's why
Somebody had
TikTok.
to hand him his own lyrics so he can know
I kind of
what's
believe that
going
though
on.
because of the fact that he doesn't write anything down.
And his catalog is stupid.
And is yeah, but the fact that you don't have to write anything down, like as a person who's actually made music before,
Hmm.
when you're writing the music and you're literally having to lay it down and you're literally going through multiple takes, you start to remember that song because of the fact that you had to put so much effort into making it because you're trying to make sure that you're perfecting your
Right,
cadence and all that stuff, and you've literally spent time writing it down. When you just go in the booth and you just listen to something and you just start saying whatever the fuck you say and it's fucking hot, it's
right,
not going to be easy to remember it unless you're
right, right,
perfect
right.
and stuff
That's
like
right.
that. Because
That's right.
you're just saying it, like you're just saying it like that. You know what I mean? It's just and immediately, it's nothing like you didn't have to fucking see the words 100 times and
Nah,
read it
that's right.
times. You know.
Yep.
But
All right, let's end it with this last question right here. Are we looking forward to the Carter Six?
I was just about to ask that. Good shit. Uh, yeah. I mean, I like this verse with what's his name? Benny the Butcher. That song. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the name of that song. If he has that on there, yeah. I mean,
That's how I feel too. Like if he's coming on some Carter, even some Carter 4 shit,
right.
I'll be happy. But I feel like Wayne is so far gone, we're not going to get that out of him. And Carter 6 is really just going to be another one of those albums that I'm going to wish he never made that album. It's going to be his worst. My expectations are in hell.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. To say that about Wayne is crazy.
The
But
thing
like,
is,
when's the last
Yeah,
time Wayne had a really like a bop?
I think it comes down to what we were just speaking about is the it's not relatable. There's not a lot of people that are relating to the stuff that Wayne is actually saying. It goes back to like the Will Smith shit. It's like, yo, Will Smith dropped an album and nobody listened or nobody necessarily gave it that much attention. And as much as I even wanted to listen to it, I even forgot, and I haven't been able to like even think about if what do I do when I listen to this Will Smith album after it? You know what I mean? Like, what is he actually talking about? And I'm not gonna lie, some of the I heard a Will Smith song with Big Sean, I think it was, and that shit was
Yeah.
fire. That shit was fire. Like,
What's
God,
wrong
like
with
I think
But
I. But the music's not related. The music is just like it's not the music, it's the person. It's the person that makes it immediately want to turn off and be like, I don't think what he's about to say is going to help me or something that I necessarily believe because of the fact that I know that this person isn't going to be necessarily even relatable to what he's saying.
he also came out of a 20-year fucking retirement. That's like, I
Listen,
can't
man.
even use them as an
He's got
example. I was gonna say
Oscars.
like Wu-Tang or some shit, but no,
I need,
that's like,
Listen,
I need Wayne to be dropping like How to Love and like Comfortable,
yeah, yeah.
Popcorn,
Type.
Officer, Miss Officer. Like that's the type of shit that he needs to be on back, or that's the type of stuff that he needs to throw into his album to make it a complete album again. So that way it's like think. But if he's just talking about guns, I'm not going to be.
They just said guns. Nah, fish. Nigga Wayne. Oh shit. Damn. What about so you ain't fucking with Carter 6? Supah?
We got to
it's
listen.
too
We got.
early to say, but the bar is in hell.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna listen. Damn.
Bars, fine.
Like, I'm still gonna listen to it, but like, yeah, the bar's in hell.
No, 100%. Yeah. Shout out to
All
you,
right.
Uzi. We know you did that.
Hilarious.
Any final thoughts? Any last things we want to say?
Wow, this is a great show you guys have. I'm not gonna lie, this is dope. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to come in here and talk to you guys. Honestly,
Thanks. Appreciate you for pulling
for
up.
sure. Nah, this is dope, and
Absolutely.
I don't get to
Yeah,
see Superstar a lot. I don't get to talk to her a lot. So the fact that I've gotten this opportunity to kind of catch up, and this is what she's doing now is pretty awesome. I always known that this is like this type of lane. And being able to kind of grab people's attention and even if this is the beginning, this could be the beginning of something that 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 20,000 people start to view. And you guys are able to grab your little audience, and it doesn't matter if it's in the millions. It just matters that a couple people are listening. I remember seeing, I remember hearing somebody say, a lot of us think that a couple hundred followers isn't a lot, but have you ever been in a room with a couple hundred people?
thanks.
And that's a different feeling. So if no matter how many people are in here, if you think about it, if those people were all in a room, it would be a lot. If
Thanks.
there's 10 people, 20 people in a room, that's a lot of people that you have to grab their attention and talk to. So even if it's the beginning, you guys are doing something really well, and it's only going to grow from here for sure.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. We appreciate your story. Hopefully, it
No,
inspires the next person and the person after that.
100%.
Sure.
All right. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. The video is going to be on YouTube.
Subscribe.
Thanks.
YouTube Friday. Tomorrow, me and Skom are going to be back on Twitch, Kick, YouTube. We're going to be doing music video reactions. This is something new
Yeah.
we're going to be adding on to our weekly itinerary. So make
Thanks.
sure you tap in with us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. We're going to be watching music videos and letting you know if it's hot or trash. So you'll be able to get that from us, a new perspective on some new music that's dropping. And
100%.
Mo, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks.
And we will
Thank
see you guys next week.
you. Peace.
Peace.